As calls for justice and police reform grow, President Biden is meeting with members of the Congressional Black Caucus to negotiate national law enforcement changes.
Yeah, this meeting actually comes after the funeral service for Tyre Nichols, where Vice President Kamala Harris said she hoped that Nichols' death would shine a light on the path toward peace and justice. Now, that's where she also pressed Congress to pass police reform legislation. NBC's Drew Petrimo reports from Washington.
You're doing it with your service.
President Biden today at the National Prayer Breakfast calling for unity and justice.
My message to all of you and to the nation is we go forward. We go forward together.
His words come after an emotional funeral for Tyre Nichols, a Memphis father who died after being beaten by police. And amid the pain, there was a promise.
His legacy will be one of equal justice. It will be the blueprint going forward.
Activists pledging to use the tragedy to fuel their push for change. Today at the White House, step one, members of the Congressional Black Caucus meet with President Biden.
It is time for Congress to act.
Caucus members want the president to speak more forcefully about police violence during his State of the Union speech next week. They're pushing executive action to change criminal justice laws, and they're calling for a revival of the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, which stalled in the Senate.
We do need to have a real, genuine, authentic, and bipartisan conversation about dealing with police reform in America.
But Republican Senator Tim Scott, a leading voice on this issue for his party, is making clear ambitious legislative changes have little chance of passing, calling them a non-starter.
We should have simple legislation that we can agree upon.
Scott and Republicans say they are willing to restart talks over a more conservative police reform plan that increases training and provides more resources to departments. Drew Petrimo, NBC News, Washington.